Hello everyone and welcome back to the Toon Review with another video. This time it is the Premier League fixtures. They have been released for the upcoming 21-22 season, and Newcastle's isn't too bad, I guess. A very good start, if you ask me. We've got West Ham United again on the opening day, but this time it's at St James's Park. And then we've got Villa and Southampton. Now, people would say those three opening games are very winnable games and should get us off to a very good start. Now, as usual, it all depends how we actually start the season and what Steve Bruce does because, let's face it, we've got to go with what we know at the minute, and what we know at the minute is that Steve Bruce is going to be in charge and Mike Ashley is still going to be the owner of the club. Now, by the time August comes along, we may well be in a very, very different place as a club. Let's only hope and keep our fingers crossed that that's the case, because that's where we want to be as a football club, with a bit of renewed hope. But at the moment, that's how it stands. We open the season at St James's Park against West Ham with Steve Bruce in charge. Now, as I say, even with Steve Bruce in charge, those three opening games of the season for me are very winnable. West Ham at home is a very, very good fixture for us. That a good way to kick off the season, and I think we could start the season very positively, as we did last season when we won down there. Aston Villa away. It depends what they're going to do in the summer transfer window. Obviously, we know they're already looking for players. They're already looking at ways they can build a side for next season. And the question has to be asked, will Jack Grealish still be an Aston Villa player when the Premier League kicks off in August? No one knows. It's all up in the air still. And then we get Southampton at home. Now, Southampton, we know, had a terrible end to last season. They just went down after starting the season so well. Many predicting that they were going to actually finish in a European place. It didn't come to fruition for West Ham. In fact, for Southampton, it fell off dramatically to the point where they ended up finishing quite low to where they were predicted to finish. Now, if we look at December, that is an absolutely horrific month for Newcastle, because we've got Norwich City, and then we've got Burnley. Now, those two fixtures, you could say, right, okay, they're both at home, both chances of getting 3 points there, depending on how the season's going. Will Norwich City be involved in a relegation battle with us? And where will Burnley be? Burnley are one of those teams you just never know how they're going to perform. You never know who they're going to bring in this summer. And also, obviously, how Dyche is going to perform if he's still the manager come December. But then we've got to go to Leicester, we've got to go to Liverpool, we're at home to Manchester City, and then at home to Manchester United on Boxing Day. Now, it really is incredible, this Boxing Day scenario, isn't it, where we just seem to always get a Manchester club. Now, the last few years, we've been away from home and, on Boxing Day, always at either Manchester City or Manchester United, and then this time around, it's Manchester United at St James's Park. But to play the two Manchester sides in the space of a week, that's not going to be easy. And then, of course, we go to Everton a few days after that. So those 4 games in December are really tough games. Let's not beat around the bush here. They are tough games and very, very difficult to win. But we never know. We don't know what situation we're going to be in come December. Will we have remarkably done well? Has Steve Bruce really shocked everybody? Who are the new signings going to be? We just don't know. But the one fixture that really pisses me off when I look at these is New Year's Day. New Year's Day. Now, you'd think the Premier League could work it out where New Year's Day, over the festive period, away fans don't have to go very far. Now, as usual, Newcastle United fans are shafted 100%. Southampton, away on New Year's Day. I mean, that is just rotten to the core. Rotten. I mean, obviously, we don't know what's going on with COVID yet, but I believe by that time, away fans will be travelling again, all sorts of stuff. So, to go away to Southampton on New Year's Day is utterly shite. It really is. And the Premier League, once again, have turned around and says, we don't care about fans. I'm not sure where other teams have to travel New Year's Day or Boxing Day or anything like that. I'm talking about my own team here, Newcastle United. It seems we get shafted. Season in, season out, there is always a fixture where we get shafted on. Whether it be a Friday night, whether it be, Boxing Day, or whether it be New Year's Day, Newcastle United are always shafted right up the backside. And the Premier League have no feelings for these fans that are wanting to travel down on New Year's Day. There'll probably be no public transport. How difficult is that going to be to get down there? For Christ's sake, man, have some common sense. But yet again, common sense in the Premier League in the same sentence really just doesn't go. Doesn't go one iota. It really doesn't. Now, one obviously big fixture I'm looking forward to for Newcastle United is Leeds United away. Because obviously a lot of Leeds fans follow this channel. I've got some really good pals who are Leeds fans. I can't wait to go down to Elland Road and see everybody. So if I'm looking at the fixtures, Leeds United at home is obviously in September. And the away game is January. So late January is when we go to Leeds. So that's a fixture that really I'm looking forward to. To be honest, after the crap we put up with COVID, just going anywhere to support your football team this year is going to be fantastic for everybody. Not just Newcastle fans, for all teams in the Premier League, the Championship, and League One, League Two, any tier of football, having that atmosphere back, going to watch a bit of football, going to enjoy yourselves, going to see your mates, for me and other podcasters, interviewing people at the game and then putting that all into a video when you come back, all that excitement starts building up again. Now, I've never vlogged before, to be honest, at any Newcastle games. I've done a few videos on the games when I've come home. I've never actually done any vlogging at the game, so I'm really excited to do something like that this year, as well as go to some non-league games and report on them. Just all sorts. The fact that you can, once we start going back, you can go to non-league games, you can go all over the country to see your team play and have some fun again. Because, yes, the watch-alongs have been fine, but it's not the same thing than being in that ground. Now, whether we get 52,000 in the ground for the first game against West Ham United is, I think, very doubtful. When we look back at the Sheffield United game, we were struggling to sell 10,000 tickets, which was a real shame because, but again, it's Newcastle United fans making the stand and saying, look, we're not happy with this shit. We're not happy with what's going on and we need to put it right. We need to do something. So let's go ahead and do it and make our message loud and clear. Now, I get the feeling that a lot of Newcastle United fans will do that before the West Ham game as well. I don't think it'll be a sellout unless something dramatic happens between now and that opening day game. Whether it be a takeover or some substantial signings to get the fans excited, to get them coming into the ground with a bit of hope, with a bit of belief that something is going to happen this season. Because that, I think, is what the Newcastle United fans want. That is clear as day that we want some ambition. We want to target something and try and actually do something in maybe a cup, finish higher up in the league, whatever it may be. But if we do get a takeover, and it's a massive if, things can be very, very difficult next season. We can look forward to a couple of probably marquee signings, as well as some other deals here and there, improved training ground structure, just real progress and a bit of belief, and the club becoming part of the city again, which we've missed for so long now. So that's all to be excited about if the takeover goes through. But again, it's a huge if at the minute because we just don't know where we stand. But you never know. By the time August kicks off, Newcastle United could be a very, very different club. And, those of you who just believe it's off, that's your opinion. For me, I don't believe anything at the minute. I just hope it goes through. And, I'm living in hope. Hope is something that keeps me going about the takeover, and maybe something will happen. But you just never know. You just never know what's going on behind the scenes. Just fingers crossed we are a very different Newcastle United when that August game kicks off against West Ham United. But some very exciting fixtures to look forward to. Disappointed again we're not at home on the last day of the season. We have to travel to Burnley of all places on the last day, but that's not too far to go. The final home game of the season is against Arsenal, so it'll be interesting to see where they are come the penultimate game of the season. Will they be still challenging for Europe? Will they still have something to play for? Will we have something to play for? Will we either be top half, or will we be struggling against relegation? That game could be huge, and certainly the Burnley one, it could be huge as well. So very interesting. But those are the fixtures, guys. Obviously, you can find it on the Newcastle Twitter page as well. I do believe that they've got something that is quite clever that actually goes into your phone's calendar so you can see the games. Obviously, these games, some will change because of TV. It's always the same thing, isn't it? Some games will be moved to a Friday, some to a Sunday, and games moved to a Friday will probably shaft Newcastle fans again, no doubt, the way it's gone with the Premier League. But really, really now looking forward to it. You know, the fixtures are out. We can start building it up, you know, because it's not that far away when you think about it. You know, mid-August, you know, what, mid-June now, 2 months to go. You know, the Euros have still got to finish, and then obviously, you know, that's when we'll probably see a lot of transfers kicking in and things like that. But there's always a story at Newcastle United, so keep your eyes open on this channel, because any news that breaks, I will be bringing it to you. I'll be bringing out regular transfer videos and things like that. Don't forget, to Friday night, 10 p.m, match reaction live with me for the England-Scotland game. Should be a cracker, so really looking forward to doing the match reaction on that. And obviously more to come after that as well, with fan forums and stuff like that. But a lot of football content will be coming on the channel, not just Newcastle United, Premier League, non-league, Championship, all sorts of stuff. There's going to be new shows coming and going, and you know, everything is just sort of based on building the channel. So with your support, we can get you know, proper cracking on it and see where the subscribers go. So if you have enjoyed today's video, guys, do hit the like button. If you do like what you see on the channel and you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing, because like I say, lots to come on this channel as well. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the England-Scotland game, and I'll see you on the match reaction live. Take care.
Be strong.